你好，我的朋友们. Hello, everyone. Hello, my friends. I am Adam, and this is Language Arts with Adam. And today we're going on to episode 3 of our Learning Chinese with Memory Palaces special. And once again, I'm starting here on the home screen on the legend just to remind you, if you maybe forgot, or maybe some new people who are checking this out, just to know this is the legend that we're going with. This is how I'm defining all of these words and how I'm describing them in my memory palace. I'm not going to describe it a lot here, so if you need to, maybe check out a link somewhere around here and look at the first video because I explain it in depth. So, without further ado, let's continue on. I've already finished reviewing the words that I'd learned before on my Ankidroid program, and hopefully that program will be reminding me again in 4 days or so to see if I can remember them. If I can't, maybe it'll make me review them a little sooner. If I can, then maybe it will extend the time, because that's what spaced repetition is. When you memorize something and then you come back to it 4 days later, and then 8 days later, 16 days later, further and further, in hopes that you're slowly but surely kind of cementing that knowledge in your head. So let's go on to our next slide here. Now, in this slide, you'll notice that I am using some of the things I talked about last time. So when you give some extreme examples, it makes it a lot easier for you to remember. So for example, here, now we've moved from the entrance at that place with all the drawers in the wall. We moved around the room past the chandelier with Donkey Kong, and now we're at the bar in this inn. And the first one, I have number 4 there. You see this kind of cross-looking thing. So my sentence is, Pikachu gets shit-faced at the bar and quick attacks in a crisscross around the bar, breaking 10 glasses. So you see here we have the pronunciation guide, the sh sound. And then the crisscross, of course, is a character hint for me to remember that it looks like a cross. And then, of course, the meaning in orange is 10. Right, so we know because it's Pikachu that it is the second tone, so it's a rising tone, so it's sh, and that gives me a little bit of incentive to remember that. It makes it a lot easier for me to remember that with those hints. Now, let's go on to the next one. Now, once in a while, I try to put some of the situations together. When you're doing memory palaces, a lot of experts say try not to just make one continuous story, because that's another kind of memorization. But what I do is sometimes string together situations. Like here we have the number 10 plus the next one, which means mouth. So the sentence I use here is, the Moogle at the bar, not wanting to put the broken glass-ridden food in his mouth, pays his tab and puts on his coat and leaves. And of course here, once again, we have actually a combination of the meaning and the shape, because the shape of the word mouth, kou, in Mandarin is also the meaning, of course, of it. So the shape and the meaning are kind of the same, which is very easy. It makes it easier for us to remember it, right? And then, of course, the pronunciation, kou, with the Moogle character, which I mentioned means third tone. So it's this kind of one here, so kou. And this makes it really easy to remember. All right, so that's it for today. Again, like I said, taking this step by step, little victories here. Tomorrow, when I review these again, I'll be reviewing these ones, and then when Ankidroid tells me to start practicing the first ones again, I'll practice those ones again, and we'll continue snowballing up all of these words. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and once again, I'm Adam. This is Language Arts with Adam. Learn smarter, not harder. Bye-bye.